All right, so can everybody hear me now? Sorry about that. I thought I'd switched the microphone on and I accidentally switched it off. So, yeah, you should now, hopefully, be able to hear me. Just give me a thumbs up or a yay or whatever in the comments if you can now hear me. Awesome stuff. Okay, right. Sorry for the false start there. Right, so yes, today we're going to be looking at the update patch for Farming Simulator, not Farming Simulator 2018, Pure Farming 2018. It's had a big update in the last few days. Monday was when the update went live for console users. Update patch 1.3 added in a lot of new equipment for free, added in sort of cosmetic touches as well, fixed a lot of bugs, and also completely overhauled the AI system, which, to be fair, was pretty shocking and needed a big overhaul. Now, the AI system itself is not perfect, and it still has a few little niggles here and there, but it's a huge improvement on what it was. And you can actually see in the background we have a tractor running away and cultivating here with an AI worker, and we're going to be doing a little bit of harvest testing with the AI in a moment as well. I've got another field set up with a harvester ready and waiting, so we'll be testing out that AI. But you can see that the worker is now actually running up and down the field properly and is making the turns. We're not getting any patches sort of left at the edge of the field. We're not getting any gaps left in the middle of the field. It's all looking nice and clean and properly done. So he has this kind of weird turning thing that he does when he gets around. It's a little odd, but it does get everything kind of working, and it takes a little while for him to turn around depending on the equipment he's using. But he does get himself lined up, as you can see. He'll drop it down and he'll take off. There we go. So there goes our worker cultivating away for us. Almost done with this field, actually. So yeah, AI has had a massive overhaul, and it is a huge improvement on what we had. I'm getting someone asking how much the game is. It depends on where you are and whether it's on sale where you are at the moment. But fear not, because those lovely people at Techland have given me 5 copies of the game to give away across both PlayStation 4 and Xbox. Yes, 5 copies. I have 2 copies for in North America. I have 2 copies of the game for in Europe, or using the European store. So if you're in the UK like me, that counts as the European store. And I also have a worldwide copy for Xbox users as well. On top of that, I also have 5 copies. There'll be 2 copies again for North America, 2 copies for Europe for PlayStation users, and then 1 worldwide copy for Xbox users. So predominantly PlayStation, but obviously I do know that there are some Xbox people that like to watch my channel as well. Fear not, you have not been forgotten. I have been able to say, as I say, procure a copy of the game and the Germany DLC, and full details of the giveaway competition will be coming up a little later on the stream. So as our worker is kind of just finishing off this field here, there's something else that I kind of want to point out, and that is this Michelin tyre set. This is another part of the update. Selected vehicles now have branded Michelin tyres. It's a cosmetic change. It doesn't really do anything for the performance of the vehicles, but it looks really cool. And it's nice to see more brands are making their way into this game. So let's take a look at the meat and veg of this update in terms of new content. Let me just teleport over to our main farm, where some of the gear is already here. So, there's been a few items added into the game recently for free with this update. The first part, obviously, you just saw was the Michelin tyre pack. Now, it's on selected vehicles, so it's not every tractor's going to have Michelin tyres. The other thing that's been added in is this Zeta Major. We have a brand new tractor included for free as part of the update, and this is actually a really nice little tractor to drive around in. Its layout is nice and straightforward, nice and simple. It's pretty pokey. It's kind of a small to medium tractor, and it's slightly more modern than some of the stuff that we already kind of have. Oh, there's our worker just finished. Look, finished away on the cultivating. So the other default tractor that we kind of get as standard in the game as our small starting Zeta tractor is just over here by the pit. This is the one that we always get, you know, when we first start our farm. It's the Zeta Major, and that's kind of the small Zeta that we've had. Now we have this one here, as I say, the Zeta Major here, which is a little bit bigger than this one here. It's a slightly more modern version of this tractor, slightly more powerful, slightly smoother, slightly faster, and just generally a very nice little tractor indeed. Let's take a look at the other stuff that we've had drop in there as well. We've also had a big new brand drop into the game in Joskin. Joskin has been added in, and it's great again to see new brands making their way into this title. It shows that they are continuing to support this game and will continue to do so in the long run as well. And if they can attract new brands in, then that is always a good thing. So if we go into trailers, we can have a look at some of the Joskin stuff that's been added in. You can see first off we have the Joskin Silo Space 2. Now Farming Simulator players will recognise this because this is in, or a version of this Joskin trailer is in the game already, in the base game. It's a very nice, good sized trailer. You need a medium or a heavy tractor to be able to pull that if it's got a great capacity. We also have this small Joskin Trans KTP. Now this is greyed out at the moment because I don't have a required enough level to be able to get this. Haven't worked my way up the farm fast enough yet to get to this. But you will recognise this if you have seen it on the console mod hub. This is not in the base game in Farming Simulator. It was a mod done by Black Sheep, but this is actually now part of the equipment lineup here for Pure Farming. If we move along, the next piece of Joskin equipment that we have here is this slurry tanker. Now, this has a little issue that is being hot fixed at the moment, and we should hopefully get a quick hot fix for that very soon. But again, another Joskin piece of equipment. We also have a new Joskin animal trailer that's into the game as well. And I believe that is everything for Joskin. Now, on top of that, we also have two new DAF trucks as well. So we have XF530 and the DAF CF450. These are two new DAF trucks that have been added into the game. DAF has already been in since day one as a official licensed product, but now we have two additional trucks that have been added in there as well. And we have another new brand making its way in to the game as well. And we have Versatile. We have this four-wheel drive 610 that's been added into the game as well. Absolute beast of a tractor. This one's actually a bit dirty, as you can see. I've been using this. Actually, it's a cracking tractor, although it's not yet configured for AI work. So if you are going to use this, it has to be used manually. There is no AI control built in for this. Again, pretty nice on the interior. We're not seeing sort of the level of detail that we get from Farming Simulator yet, but as I say, this is a first time sort of IP for these guys. This is their first attempt to create a farming game, and from the, everything that I've seen and played from the game so far, it's not a bad effort at all. It's not perfect. It has faults. Those faults are being identified and being updated and worked on. But we do have, real progress being made with this game, and we're seeing more and more equipment being brought in for free. So since this game was launched, we've had new JCB tractors, we've had a second Mitsubishi truck brought in, an off-road version of the truck. We've also seen a JCB wheel loader thrown in for free. We've now had some new DAF equipment. We've had this new Versatile. We've had another Zeta Major thrown in. We've also had the big Joskin pack as well. So there's lots and lots of stuff being added to this game on a regular basis. It's only been out for a few months, and already we are seeing, some real steps forward. On top of that, we've also had goats added in as an additional livestock, again for free as part of an update. So a lot still to come, I think, in going forward in the future, but this game is offering quite a lot of stuff now compared to where it was at launch. Really is improving an awful lot. Not there yet, not by any stretch of the imagination, but definitely improving, and it's becoming a better and better game to play. So let's try out that AI over here again. This time with the Combine. I've got one lined up just here on the edge of this field, as you can see. We're going to jump in this and hire a worker and make sure that he is actually able to harvest this field properly. There we go, off he goes. So hopefully he should be able to make the turn and come back down nice and cleanly. I need something to actually unload that grain into, don't I? So let's grab this new Zeta. Let's go grab our trailer and stand by to unload the Combine. Have been working away, trying to plough my way through the My First Farm campaign. I'm currently up to having got cows in place. They are still growing. They're still just calves at the moment, but we are getting there. And I will continue to sort of play this and focus on updates. And I am looking at doing a short series on this in the not too distant future as well, once we get some more progress made with some of these updates and bug fixes. Just letting this worker come through. If you hear some background noises, I do have my windows wide open because we are having the hottest summer in over 40 years here in the UK right now. Temperatures have been pushing up towards 40 degrees, so well into the 90s. And for some of you guys that are over in America that say, well, that's not that hot, we have those temperatures every day, we don't, which is why it's so hot. And why we're struggling with it so much, because we are just not accustomed to temperatures these high. As I say, we are having our hottest summer for over 40 years right now, and we came very close today to breaking our all-time hottest day on record ever since records first began. So yeah, it is incredibly hot over here in the UK at the moment. Very dry, very sticky, very, very unpleasant. Alright, let's have a quick look at some of your questions while we're letting the AI worker run around on the field. People asking about Farming Simulator 18 or this. Well, by Farming Simulator 18, I'm guessing you either mean Farming Simulator 17 or Farming Simulator 19. Farming Simulator 18 is the mobile version of this of that game, and is severely restricted in comparison to the full game, which is on consoles. So I don't see any reason why there has to be a one or the other. I don't see why you can't play both games. They are very different experiences. A lot of people tend to go into looking at this game and try and do a direct comparison to Farming Simulator, which is a little unfair because this plays in a different way and is set up differently to Farming Simulator. You can't expect a Farming Simulator experience from this. It's just not that type of game. This is very much a kind of a story-driven kind of experience. Looks like our AI work is having a little bit of a moment over there. Hopefully he'll get back on the grain. Yeah, there we go. Sorted himself out and got going again. In terms of Farming Simulator 19, that's going to be a huge leap forward. It's going to completely redefine farming games on consoles and potentially on PC. I mean, there's a lot of other titles out there for PC players. They've got more selection. So, again, not really a fair comparison. And when will I be bringing City Skylines back? At some point. It will come back. I'm just not entirely sure when I'm going to do that. But I am looking at getting a new city up and running, and then using that with the Natural Disasters DLC. I'm also kind of waiting for details as to what's going on with mass transit and when we're going to get that. That's probably the one that I'm really looking forward to. Another feature that I forgot to mention with the update for this game, for those of you that like to play with a female avatar, you now can also create a female farmer. Now, this is an existing file, which is why I still have my original day one farmer, but if you're starting a new file, you can actually create a female farmer now. So you have that choice. That wasn't something that was originally there. In terms of other things that have been added in as well, we have some big bug fixes for various different things. The hand washing station has been improved. A lot of issues that were causing controllers to constantly vibrate, things like that, they've been fixed. There is a massive bug fix list that's been published as part of the update, and what I'll do is I'll link the patch notes, the full patch notes, into the video description once the stream ends, so you can find that link and you can go and see everything that's changed. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop that link into the chat right now as well, for those of you that want to read it right now. So there we go. That's the full patch notes list. Clicking on that will show you everything that has been changed and fixed. It's definitely something that's worth taking a look at if you have the game and you want to know exactly what's been covered in the latest update. You can see our AI, although he is having some issues, is actually working the entire width of the entire length of the field. Having a few moments where he's having to stop part way and then carry on again, but he is getting the whole job done, which, as I say, is a big step forward from where it was before, where we kind of do a little bit and then just stop and wander off, and you'd have to do the whole thing yourself anyway. Now he will get the whole job done. How quickly you'll get it done is another matter, but you pay a flat fee. You don't pay per minute or per hour like you do in Farming Simulator. It's just a one-off fee. So it takes however long it takes, but you don't get charged extra if you start driving around in circles before getting back onto the grain again. Anyone got any questions about Pure Farming 2018, just in terms of the game itself or anything else? If you do, please feel free to pop them into the chat box. I will try and answer them as best I can, or if not, at least direct you to somebody who is going to be able to answer that. And while I'm waiting for those questions to pop in, I'm going to continue to run alongside this guy, grabbing the grain. In fact, while we are waiting, let's announce the competition rules. So, as I said, we have a lovely, lovely giveaway thanks to Techland, who have provided me with, as I say, 5 copies of this game. So, competition rules are as follows. The competition opens in 8 minutes' time from 10:30 p.m. today. That's 10:30 p.m. GMT plus 1. So in 8 minutes' time, the competition starts and will run until 10:30 p.m. GMT plus 1 on the 31st of July. Now, to qualify for entry, you need to send a tweet to my Twitter channel, which is at JBPG underscore Jim Bob. And you need to state your region, whether you're US or EU, your system, PS4 or Xbox One, and the category that you want to enter, either the full game or the Germany map. Now, if you're lucky to enough to win a prize, then you are automatically going to become ineligible for any other prizes. I want to make sure that everybody has a chance of winning something. So you can enter for every single category that applies to you. So if you have a PlayStation 4 and you're in the US, you can enter the competition for both the full game and for the Germany map DLC. However, if you win in one of those categories, your name is automatically going to be removed from the other category. You are allowed one entry per category and per region. So you can't spam my Twitter channel with multiple entries for the same prize. You will only get one entry per category. Winners are going to be chosen at random once the competition has closed, and I will publicly announce the winners on Twitter on Wednesday, the 1st of August. All winners will be contacted by direct private message on Twitter with their store code so that they can then redeem their prize. So the full prize list again, 2 copies of the full game on PlayStation 4 in the European region, 2 copies of the full game on the US region for PlayStation 4, and 1 copy which is a worldwide copy for Xbox as well. And then on top of that we have 2 copies of the Germany DLC for this game for the European region, 2 copies for the US region, and those are both on PlayStation 4, and then 1 copy of the Germany DLC for Xbox, which again is a worldwide code, so you do not need to be in a specific region. Anyone will be eligible for that. So just quickly to run through those rules again, competition starts in, well, it's going to be in 5 minutes time. So to qualify for entry, you'll need to send me a tweet to @JBPG_JimBob. That is that's my Twitter account. State your region, your system, and the category that you're entering, so either full game or the Germany map. If you are lucky enough to win a prize, you will automatically be ineligible for all other prizes in this giveaway, and you're allowed 1 entry per person per region or category. Winners will be chosen at random once the competition has closed, and I will publicly announce the winners on Twitter on Wednesday, the 1st of August. Winners will be contacted through Twitter by private message with their store code that they can then redeem on the system of their choice to get their prize. So, I hope everyone enters the competition. As I say, we've got across all regions and systems, I have 5 copies of the game and 5 copies of the map to give away. So get those entries in, and who knows, you could be getting a copy of Pure Farming 2018 for free. And for those of you that already have it, you can get the Germany DLC for free. Obviously, be aware, if you don't have the game, the Germany DLC will need the game to be able to redeem, or be able to use the Germany DLC. So if you win the DLC but you don't have a copy of the game, you will need a copy of the game to be able to use the DLC. That should hopefully go without saying. So there we go. That is the Pure Farming 2018 JBPG giveaway. I'll be posting the rules on my Twitter page and also on my Facebook page as well. And once this stream is over, I'm going to go into the video, edit the description, and make sure that all the competition rules are in the video description as well, along with links to my Twitter, links to my Facebook, and also links to the full update list, the full patch notes of the update, so you'll be able to see everything that's been improved and changed with this latest patch. So that is kind of the end of this little update stream. It was just a quick stream just to kind of go through the rules, have a little chat with anybody who had questions, and also to announce the competition. I will be back live streaming again in 30 minutes, so 11 o'clock UK time, which is GMT +1. So as I say, in around about 30 minutes I'll be relaunching or restarting my live stream feed, and I'm going to be playing some Train Sim World. the wonderful people who produced that game have sent me a copy for me to do some videos and also some live streams with it. So I will be streaming Train Sim World in 30 minutes. Be sure to tune in for that if you have any kind of interest in that game or you're curious about it and want to see what it's about. We're going to be looking at some of the tutorials, and we're also going to go on a run as well and try and make sure we hit all our stops on the route that we choose. So that's it from me today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back in 30 minutes. And don't forget, get those competition entries in